Hi children, I welcome you for the Soci class. I hope you are fine. In previous class, we have discussed about history first lesson, advent of the Europeans. So advent means travel. So European countries are Portuguese, Dutch, Danish, British. So these all the countries came to India for trade. So second lesson we have discussed about from trade to territory. So what purpose they came to India for trade, but later they became a more political power in India. I hope you understood first and second lesson. Today I am going to new lesson rural life and society. So what is rural life? Rural means village. Village area is called as rural. So British involvement of our rural life and society. Okay. So learning objectives. So what we are going to this lesson to know the land revenue policy. Revenue means income. So to know the land revenue policy under the British rule. So under the British period, land revenue policy. Then what is the merits and demerits of land revenue policy? And to know the agrarian crisis and revolt. So what is called agrarian? The farmer they call as agrarian. Who is called farmer? Who cultivate the land they call as farmer. So agrarian, riots, farmer, agriculturist. So they all same categories. Okay, and revolt. So they started the revolt. Revolt means fight, war, rebellion. So this all called as revolt. So British introduced land revenue policy. So our people they started the revolt. Our agrarian people started the revolt. Okay. So this one we are going to discuss on rural life and society lesson. Introduction. So British government introduced three major land revenue system in India. So three important major land revenue system in India. So after introduced this land revenue system, the economic exploitation of the peasants led to the revolt and future. Okay, so introduced land revenue system. So what happened means the peasants they started the revolt in India. Okay, in the future they started the revolt in India. So what they introduced? The important land revenue policy under the British period. So what is three important land revenue policy introduced British period? First one is permanent settlement introduced by Lord Cornwallis, and Rayatwari system is introduced by Thomas Munro. Second one, Rayatwari system is introduced by Thomas Munro. So what is Rayat? Rayat means farmer. And Mahalwari system is introduced by Lord William Bentinck. Okay, this is three important land revenue policy under the British period. Okay, so that the future the peasants started the revolt in India. So next we are going to see about permanent settlement. So when Robert Clive obtained the Diwani of Bengal, so what is called Diwani? Collecting the tax is called as Diwani. Tax is called as Diwani. So when Robert Clive obtained the Diwani of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa in 1765, there used to be an annual settlement. So annual means 1 year. Okay. So yearly they collected the tax in 1765. But when Warren Hastings became a governor of British East India Company, he changed to annual to 5 year. He changed annual to 5 year. Again he bring back to annual. But during the time of Cornwallis, during the time of Cornwallis, the 10-year settlement was introduced in 1793. Okay, Robert Clive introduced annual settlement, and again Warren Hastings changed to 5 year, and again he brought 1 year. But during the Lord Cornwallis period, he introduced 10 year. Okay, 10-year settlement was introduced in 1793. So it is called as permanent settlement. Okay, so what is called 10 year? So 10 year once they want to collect the tax. Okay, I mean 10 years they will not change any tax. It is fixed one. Okay, so permanent settlement was made in Bengal, Bihar. It is introduced in Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Varanasi, and one of the places of Uttar Pradesh and northern Karnataka. So these all the places introduced permanent settlement. So this permanent settlement, different name like Jamindari settlement. So permanent settlement they call as different name Jamindari, Jagidari, Malgujari, and Biswadari. So they called this different name. One is Jamindari, Jagidari, Malgujari, and Biswadari. So they called different name. So salient features of the permanent settlement. So salient means important. What is the important features of permanent settlement? So Jamindar acted as the agent of the government for the collection of revenue from the cultivators. So actually who want to pay the tax? Cultivators directly want to pay tax to the government. But here what happened means mediator. Who is the mediator means Jamindar. So here the name Jamindar. So Jamindar collected the tax. So they only agent of government and cultivator. Okay, if I am directly paying the tax means 100 rupees means I will directly pay the 100 rupees. But mediator what they will do, they will collect 150 rupees and they will take 50 rupees and remaining 100 rupees they pay to the government. Okay, just for example. So who is the mediator means Jamindar. So Jamindar collected the tax from cultivators and they gave to the government. So the amount of revenue that the Jamindar had to pay the company and firmly fixed and would not be raised under any circumstances. So the Jamindar collected tax and paid to the government. So they gave 10 out of 11 of the revenue collected by them from the cultivator to the government. So 10 out of 11 means, for example, you are getting 11 rupees. Okay, 10 rupees we want to pay to the government, 1 rupees only we can hold. Okay, so Jamindar collected tax 10 rupees they paid to the government. So all the judicial power were taken away from the Jamindar. So in that period, who has the powerful power, judicial power? Judicial means judgment. So judicial power means Jamindar, but permanent settlement in that period, Lord Cornwallis removed all the judicial power from the Jamindars. So what is the merits and demerits of permanent settlement? So merit is under this system many of the waste land and forest became the cultivable land. So they used waste land and all they used for cultivable land. And Jamindar became the owner of the land. So who's the owner of the land means because the British the land give to the Jamindars. Okay, the cultivators only want to work in the field and the Jamindars pay the tax to the government. So who is the owner means Jamindar became the owner of the land. So Jamindar remained faithful to the British government. They worked very honor to the British government. And this system secured the fixed and stable income for the British government because it is 10-year settlement. So 10 years they will not change any tax. So it is fixed and stable income. Stable means normal on income got by a British government. This is merit of permanent settlement. Demerit of permanent settlement. So British government had no direct contact with the cultivators. So who is the mediator of government and cultivator? Jamindar. So that cultivator they cannot contact directly to the government. So the rights of the cultivator were ignored and they were left at the mercy of the Jamindar. So for cultivators, if they want anything means they want to ask only the Jamindars. Okay, they cannot reach directly to the government. So this is one demerit. And the peasants, who is called peasants? Farmer is called as peasants. So peasants were almost treated as serf. Serf means slave. Okay, so farmer they treated slave. And this system was made the Jamindar lethargic and luxurious. So Jamindars they became very rich, but cultivators became very poor. And many conflict between the Jamindar and peasant arose in rural Bengal. Rural means village. So in that area, so many revolt means fight against Jamindars and riots. Who is called riots? The farmer only is called as riots. Riots, agrarian, agriculturist, farmer, this all same meaning. Okay, so many conflicts. Conflict means fight. Okay, between Jamindar and peasants. Okay, do you understand permanent settlement? So permanent settlement introduced by Lord Cornwallis. It is 10 years settlement Okay, who is the mediator of government and cultivators means Jamindar. So Jamindar have the rights to collect the tax and Jamindar became a land owner. Okay, children. So next we are going to see about Rayatwari system. So what is meaning of Rayat? So Rayat means peasants, farmer only called as Rayat. So this system introduced for cultivators, so is called as Rayatwari system. So Rayatwari system was introduced by Thomas Munro and Captain Reed in 1820. Okay, who introduced Rayatwari system? Thomas Munro. But who supported to introduce the Rayatwari system means Captain Reed in 1820. Okay, so the major area of introduction of Rayatwari system included Madras, Bombay, part of Assam and Cork and provinces of British India. So these are the places introduced Rayatwari system. By Rayatwari system, the rights of ownership was handed over to the peasants. So here you note down the point, permanent settlement, who is the owner? Jamindari. This Rayatwari system, who is the owner? Peasants. Peasants means agriculturist. So British government collected taxes. Taxes means Diwani. So collected taxes directly from the peasants instead of Jamindar. So initially one of the estimated produce was fixed as rent. So one of, so for example I am earning 10 rupees means 5 rupees I want to pay the tax to government. So this assessment was reduced to 1/3 of the produce of Thomas Munro. Okay, so in that period when they introduced one of you want to pay the tax. For example, 100 rupees I am earning the amount means 50 rupees I want to pay the tax. But later they reduced 1/3. Okay, for example 100 rupees if I am 75 rupees if I am earning the amount means 25 rupees I want to pay the tax to government. They reduced before of now 1/3. So revenue was based on the basis of the soil and nature of the crop. So this tax they fixed based on the soil because soil is fertile means we can yield more crops. For soil is not fertile means we cannot yield more crops. So based on the soil and based on the nature they fix the tax. And rents would be periodically revised generally after 20 to 30 years. 20 to 30 years the rent also changed. And the position of the cultivators became more secure. So in this Rayatwari system the cultivators became more secure because directly they are contacting to the cultivator, so they are more secure. In this system the settlement was made between government and Rayat. The permanent settlement, the system was made between Jamindari, government and Rayats. But this system, government and Rayat. So in fact the government later claimed that the land revenue was rent and not yet tax. But later the government collected the land revenue. It is only the rent, not for tax. Okay. So because the government given the land to the Rayats. Okay, instead of they collected only the rent. They didn't collect tax also. Okay. So in this Rayatwari system, do you understand? So permanent settlement, it is 10-year settlement introduced by Lord Cornwallis, and this is introduced by Rayatwari system is introduced by Thomas Munro. Next is salient features of the Rayatwari system. Important feature of the Rayatwari system. So revenue settlement was done directly with the Rayat. This revenue settlement directly government and Rayats, and they fixed the field and estimate of the produce was calculated. So based on the nature, based on the soil, based on the yield, they collected the tax. The government fixed demand 45 to 55% of the produce. Produce means production. So production 45 to 55 they want to pay to the government. Then effect of the Rayatwari system. What is the demerit? Effect of the Rayatwari system. In most area the land revenue fixed was excessive. So most of the area the land revenue was fixed high and the Rayats could not pay the tax during the best of the seasons. Okay, the good season, best of the season time also they cannot pay the tax. They could not pay the tax. That much they collected more taxes. It is one of the demerit. Then under this system, the government exploited the farmer instead of Jamindar. So permanent settlement who exploited means Jamindar. This Rajwari system who exploited the farmer means government. So both system also the cultivators faced some problems. Okay, children. Next we are going to discuss about Maghalwari system. It is introduced by Lord William Bentinck. So Maghalwari system is the brainchild of old Mackenzie and modified version of the Jamindari system. Okay, so Maghalwari system, it is modified given the alternation by Holt to Mackenzie. So this is modified from permanent settlement. Okay, what they followed in a permanent settlement, that means Jamindari settlement, because permanent settlement has different name. What are the name? Jamindari, Jagidari, Malgujari, Bisvedari. So different name. This Maghalwari system, it is modified from permanent settlement. Who gave the idea means Holt Mackenzie, introduced in Ganga Valley, the northwest province, part of central India and Punjab in 1822. So Lord William Bentinck was to suggest radical changes. He brought the more changes in Maghalwari system. Okay, guidance. Who supported to Lord William Bentinck means Robert Martin Byrd in 1833. So 1833, Lord William Bentinck, with the support of Robert Martin Byrd, he brought the more changes in Maghalwari system. So this assessment of revenue was to be made on the basis of produce or the mahal or village. So before the cultivators pay the tax, but this Maghalwari system, village who responsible to pay the tax means village people, group of people are the responsible to pay the tax. So all the proprietor, what is called proprietor? Owner is called as proprietor. So all the proprietor of the mahal were severely and jointly responsible for the payment of revenue. Okay, so the village people have the responsibility to pay the revenue. So initially they got the amount 2/3 of the gross produce. What is 2/3? For example, 3 rupees I am earning means 2 rupees they want to pay the tax. But after Bentinck reduced 50%. Half he reduced. So 3 rupees, 2 rupees they want to pay. After how much they reduced? 3 rupees means 1.5 rupees. 100 means 50. So half they want to pay. They reduced, half they want to pay the tax. So the village as a whole through the headman or Lambadar. So who is the head of the village means they call as Lambadar. So Lambadar or headman. Okay, head of the village they call as headman or Lambadar, has a responsibility to collect the tax and pay to the British East India Company. Okay, for example, in permanent settlement, Jamindar want to collect the tax and pay to the government. Yeah, this also modified which settlement? Permanent settlement. So here village headman or Lambadar want to collect the tax and they pay to the government. So this system was introduced in Agra, Ayodhya, and later it was extended to the united provinces. So this burden of all this heavy taxation finally fell on the cultivators. So here also cultivators suffered lot. So only later started the peasant revolt. Peasant means farmer, revolt means war. Okay, revolt. Later they started because here also the cultivators want to pay more tax. Okay, children. So next, salient features of the Maghalwari system. So important features of the Maghalwari system. So the Lambadar acted as a intermediator. Okay, intermediaries between the government and villages. Here who is the intermediate means Lambadar. So discuss who is Lambadar. Head of the village they call as Lambadar. He only has the rights to collect the tax from the cultivators and pay to the government. So Lambadar acted as intermediary between the government and village. And the village community was the owner of the village common land. Okay, so the village community people, only that particular village community people only have the rights of owner of the village common land. Other village they cannot become the owner of the land. Only that particular village people can become the owner of the land. So village land belong to the village community. So with the village community people, they can become the owner of the village land. For example, if I am Tindamangalam Pudur means I have rights to honor only this Tindamangalam Pudur. If you are coming from any other village means you have rights only the your village. You cannot become the owner of in my village. Okay, so this is the rules of Magalwari system. Then effect of the Magalwari system. Effect means demerit. So what is the demerit of Magalwari system? The Lambader, who is called Lambader, village headman called as Lambader. So Lambader enjoyed all the facilities misused for their self-interest. So the British government gave the rights to Lambader. So they enjoyed all the special interest. Okay, so cultivators suffered lot. And this system brought no benefit to the cultivators. So Lambader is the mediator. If no one mediator means directly can pay the tax and we can contact to the government. But here mediator is Lambader. So Lambader benefit all the benefits. Okay, Lambader got all the benefits, but cultivator no benefit to the any privileges. So it was the modified version of Jamindari system. So Jamindari system is also called as permanent settlement. So benefited the upper class and village. Who is the upper class people? They benefited this Jamindari system or permanent settlement. So this is modified version of Jamindari system. So it is called as Magalwari system. Okay. Next we are going to see about impact of the British land revenue system on the cultivators. So British introduced more tax from the cultivators so that they could not pay the tax to the government. It resulted in the increasing land sales so that most of them are ready to sell the land. So the peasants were overburdened with the taxation. So they collected more taxes. The peasant not able to pay the tax. So that more tax problem, they became a famine, poverty. So the peasants, they got the amount from the moneylenders, who is called moneylenders, lender, finance. Okay, the finance person they called as moneylender. So they got the amount. After that, they could not pay the amount to the moneylenders. So moneylenders got the land from the peasants, got the land from the farmer. So this system, this land revenue system, the Jamindars, moneylenders, lawyers, all of them they exploited from the poor peasants. And the stability and continuity of the Indian villages was shaken. So all the villages people, they suffered very lot. A revenue settlement was done directly with the riots. So this revenue settlement, they collected the directly from the riots. Okay, but they collected more taxes. So this problem, the later what happened means peasant revolts was started. Peasants means farmer, revolt means fight. Okay, later peasants revolt was started. So next we are going to see about recap. So recap, British government introduced 3 major land revenue system in India. So what are they? Permanent settlement introduced by Lord Cornwallis. Raithwari system is introduced by Thomas Munro. Magalwari system is introduced by Lord William Bentinck. So who is the mediator of permanent settlement means Jamindar, government, then riots. Permanent settlement, government directly to the riots. Magalwari settlement, government, Lambader, then riots. Okay children, so I hope you understood this British revenue system in India. So next answer the following questions. So first one, discuss the permanent settlement. First one is discuss the permanent settlement. Second one, given detail about Raithwari system. Third one, explain about the impact of British and revenue system of the cultivators. So complete the answer and submit to your class teacher. So next, current affairs. So it is very important. So daily you should learn something. So today our current affairs is who is the chairperson of Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, TNPSC. So this one we have discussed in previous class. Under the British time, how they followed the civil service exam. Okay, in that time we have discussed who is the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. So Mr. Balachandar IAS. Mr. Balachandar IAS. And you know, before British period, okay, the police department is controlled by IAS. Directly it is controlled by IAS, but later they appointed the Superintendent of Police, IPS, SP. Yes or no? We discussed in previous class British administration in India. In the time, who controlled the police department? IAS, but later they introduced Superintendent of Police. Okay, so why I am recalling means at present, you know, the Thuthukudi incident, in that time, okay, in that place, all the DSP, SP, everyone, they transfer to other district, okay, other district or other places. Now it is controlled by collector. So this is happened before the British India. Okay, this directly is controlled by IAS. It is happened in British India, but after in our country it is controlled by Superintendent of Police. So first time after British India, first time it has happened. Thuthukudi, the department is controlled by IAS. Okay, collector. Fine children. I hope you understood this session very well. So this lesson will be continued in the next class. So next class we are going to discuss peasants revolt, Sandal rebellion, Indigo revolt, Wagner revolt, Deccan riot, Punjab peasant movement. So this all we are going to discuss in next class. Thank you children.